What's up, guys? Gonna be giving you guys my UFC Fight Night Rodriguez versus PENN fight picks. So let's go ahead and get started here. It's gonna be not too long of a video, hopefully. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and start with Dmitry Smolikov versus Cyril Asker. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Cyril Asker here in this fight, guys. I just feel he's gonna be the fighter with pretty much more cardio. Smolikov really gassed badly in his last fight, and I actually picked him to win that last fight because he's a very good finisher. But it seems like if he can't really finish you quickly, then pretty much he's gonna get tired, and he's pretty much gonna get finished himself or just give up in the fight. Whereas Asker, I feel, is a little bit, well, I think he's a lot more durable, and he has the way better gas tank. Also, I think he's a little bit more rounded. His striking's not too bad, and he also has a good jiu-jitsu game also. So overall, I think this fight's gonna end up going maybe like 2 or 3 rounds. I think it's gonna be a finish though for Cyril Asker here. I feel like he's gonna land a lot of volume. He's gonna tire out Smolikov. I just feel like Smolikov, if he doesn't win the fight in the first round, he's pretty much gonna lose the fight. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick Asker to win this fight by I'm gonna go ahead and say second round knockout. So Cyril Asker, second round knockout. Next fight we got Bojan Mihavlik versus Joachim Christensen. I'm gonna go to pick Joachim in this fight, guys. I just feel like Bojan here, it's really not a high quality fighter. He's just not at that caliber yet. Now Joachim here isn't obviously like another like really good fighter, but he's a lot better than Bojan, I believe. Joachim also throws a lot of volume. Obviously gonna be able to win the fight with the points like that. Also has some finishing ability on the ground. Overall, I just feel like Bojan's gonna be outmatched here, and I think Joachim here should be able to get the job done. So I'll take Christensen to get the win here. I think it might be a third round knockout. So Christensen, third round knockout. Next fight here we got Walt Harris versus Chase Sherman. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick Chase Sherman in this fight, guys. This is another first round fighter, Walt Harris right here. Usually this guy gasses after the first round also if he can't finish you. He packs a lot of power though. As you can see, all his wins are by knockout. This guy obviously a really good finisher. So is Chase Sherman here, as you can see by his record, all finishes also by knockout. So I see a finish in this fight, and it really could go either way, but I really like Chase Sherman because he's going to be the better wrestler if he decides he's wrestling, or also his durability is going to be a lot better, and his gas tank. So I feel like Chase Sherman here has the better gas tank, better durability, and also packs some good power. So I'm going to go pick Chase Sherman in this fight, and I think it's going to be a second round knockout. Next fight, Jocelyn Jones-Lidbarger versus Nina Ansaroff. I'm going to go ahead and pick Nina Ansaroff in this fight, guys. I think she's going to win by decision, but I just think overall she's the better fighter. Obviously trains with Amanda Nunes, her girlfriend. Her striking looks pretty good. And yeah, I think she's going to be able to mix it up more, throw a lot more volume, and win the fight by decision. So Ansaroff by decision. Now on the FS1 prelims, Martin versus Alex White. I'm gonna go ahead and pick Alex White in this fight, guys. I think his boxing is too good for Tony Martin here. I think Martin just wants to take the fight down to the ground, just work his jiu-jitsu, which has obviously worked for him in the past. But I just feel like Alex White's gonna be a lot better at this weight class. He used to be at 145, and I think his boxing is gonna pose a big problem here for Martin. And I just think Alex White's gonna pretty much just box him out. So I'll go ahead and pick Alex White to win this fight. Potentially could see a late finish here, so I'll go ahead and pick Alex White, third round knockout. Next fight, Alexei Oleinik versus Victor Pesta, another heavyweight fight here. With these heavyweight fight, guys, it could really go either way. Just depends who lands that punch and whatnot. But I'm gonna go ahead and take Alexei Oleinik. Man, this guy's pretty old, has a shit ton of fights, but he's really good on the ground. And if he gets Victor Pesta on the ground in that first round, which I think he will, should be able to get the fight done on the ground. After that, he's going to be tired, and Pesta might be able to take advantage there, but you know, I'll go ahead and pick Oleinik in this fight, though. I think he should be able to get it done. So I'll pick Oleinik to win by first round. Okay, so I'll go ahead and say first round submission. Next fight, Frankie Saenz versus Augusto Mendez. I'm gonna go ahead and pick Frankie here on this one, guys. Just overall the more well-rounded fighter. Augusto obviously just a jiu-jitsu fighter, and Frankie Saenz having a really good wrestling background. There's no way Augusto's gonna be able to take him down easily. And now, unless Augusto comes really polished on his feet and maybe gets like a flash knockout or something like that, then maybe he could win. But yeah, I just see this fight mostly stay on the feet, and I see Frankie just pretty much winning a decision here, guys. Just kind of outpointing Augusto on the feet, because I believe he has the better striker here. So I'll take Frankie Saenz by decision. Next fight, we got Devin Powell versus Drakkar Klose. I'm going to go to pick Klose on this one, guys. Now, I don't know too much about both these guys, but I feel Klose here is the better prospect, undefeated. A lot of power, lots of finishes by knockout. Good wrestling also to keep it on the feet. Devin Powell seems a little bit like he's rounded also, but I think I just think the level of opponents he has faced are a lot lower quality than Klose here. So pretty much I'm gonna go ahead and side with Klose on this one, but you know, could go either way if you really think about it, because both these guys are, you know, gonna make their UFC debut here. But negative 250 for Klose right there. I mean, right away he's the favorite. I like his power, and also, you know, having that wrestling, I think he's gonna be able to utilize all that. So I'll go ahead and pick Klose to win, and potentially he might get a finish here. So I'm gonna go ahead and say Klose, second round knockout. Now into the main card, Moraga versus Sergio Pettis. I'm going to go ahead and pick Pettis on this one, guys. He's looked pretty good recently. Moraga's coming in short notice. He's obviously motivated to fight here. You know, he's fighting in his hometown pretty much, so he's gonna want to come out there looking for that win. But I think Pettis here stepping up his game, and as he gets caught with a big punch, I think he should be able to win this fight. He's a lot more polished on the feet, the better striker. He's also decent on the ground. And yeah, I think Moraga's going to have problems closing in the distance and try to take Pettis down. So I'm going to pick Pettis to win, and I think Pettis wins a decision. Next fight, Court McGee versus Ben Saunders. I'm going to go ahead and take McGee here on this fight, guys. This guy's a grinder. He's going to take Saunders down, even though that's what Saunders really likes to do, you know, stay on his back and, you know, work his ground game. I think McGee is going to be able to nullify his ground game, just land a lot of strikes, or he might just keep it on the feet and land a shit ton of output. Man, this guy lands, look at that, 5 significant strikes landed per minute. So either way, I see McGee just having the better cardio, just overwhelming Ben Saunders, and maybe getting a late finish or just win by decision. But I'll go ahead and say McGee by decision. Next fight here, we got Joe Lauzon versus Marcin Held. I'm gonna go ahead and pick Lauzon this fight, guys. Marcin Held didn't really impress me in his last fight, and well, I mean, that's all I really got to say there. So yeah, I'm going to pick Joe Lauzon here. I think it's gonna go to decision, but you never know. Maybe Lauzon could get a third round finish or something like that. But I'll go ahead and pick Lauzon by decision. All right, next fight, main event here, guys. Yair Rodriguez versus BJ Penn, the Hall of Famer. Obviously, you know, BJ Penn's a GOAT, but you know, he's fighting a new breed here. But you know what, guys, I like BJ Penn, and you know, can't really pick against them. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick BJ Penn here, guys. I think he get it done. He looks good at this weight. He looked healthy on the weigh-ins. Obviously training at a really good camp. I think he's coming in very motivated here. He really wants to win. Yair Rodriguez, this guy's not really a big finisher. He has a lot of flashy kicks. That last fight against Bruce Leroy, it looked like maybe he could have lost and whatnot. Like, he didn't completely dominate him or anything like that. And you know, Bruce Leroy is not the caliber of BJ Penn here, even though this is an older BJ Penn. I expect BJ Penn to look really good here early in the fight. First and second round is going to be looking really good. Have, you know, sharp boxing and whatnot. A really good ground game also. But you know, the later the fight goes, it's going to favor Rodriguez here. I'm not too sure if BJ Penn here gets gets that early finish, but he could. It's very possible. This guy has power. It's hard to knock out these Mexican fighters though. But you know what, guys? I'm going to say BJ Penn by. I'm going to say second round knockout, guys. I think he could get a finish here, and it's kind of a crazy prediction right there. But most people will probably go ahead and pick Rodriguez by decision, but I think BJ Penn here, you get it done. On DraftKings, I'm going to be playing both of these guys because Rodriguez lands a lot of output, and that's going to be a lot of points on DraftKings. And on BJ Penn, you could use him as, if he does win, well, I think he's going to win early if he does win, pretty much. So, yeah, I like BJ Penn, though. I think he should be able to get the fight done. He has really good boxing, and I can't wait to see this fight. I can't wait to see how he looks in the fight. Yeah, so I'm ready for the fights, guys. So that's going to be it for my picks. BJ Penn, second round knockout. Alright, guys, so that's going to be it. Thanks for watching. Sorry I couldn't give you guys, really good analysis on the fights. Just some quick picks here on this card. Hopefully the next one I'll be able to give you guys some better picks. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be above 50% on these picks. So yeah, the only questionable picks here could be maybe BJ Penn, or who else? Who else could fuck me over here? I think maybe Olenek could fuck me over. Alex White maybe, but I feel a little bit confident with him. So you know what? Maybe there's like 3 or 4 guys here that might fuck me over, but other than that, I think these picks seem to be pretty solid here. So anyways, but obviously heavyweight fight, guys, so you got to watch out for that. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Just subscribe if you haven't, and stay tuned. I'll be doing some more videos, obviously on the UFC fights and other type of videos. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. That's gonna be it. Enjoy the fights, and catch you guys on the next one.